You never know what I'm going to be working on next, and I started working on this old truck here this week, making a video of it, but I ran into some obstacles, and I'm going to make a video of those obstacles. If you like 85 Ford F150s, this is the place for you to be. I'm Marv from Marv's Fix-It Shop. I've been dragging junk into this home all day long, and since I'm 71 now and retired, life hasn't changed. My projects are more about the process than they are the projects themselves, so you never know what I'm going to be working on next. If that's something that appeals to you, I hope you click that subscribe button and follow along in my channel and watch what I do. But today I want to show you the projects that I've got started here, and this video will come out in a few weeks. This video started out just as a simple replacement for this heater, climate control, whatever that's called, temperature control gauge, I don't know. But I needed to take it apart. It was stuck on AC, and I couldn't get defroster heater, and I'd planned this time to go ahead and fix this. I started tearing that apart, but it just started growing. I had work to do on my panel or cluster over there. I had a bulb out, and so I had to tear all that apart. And then I got a squeak in that daggone steering wheel that drives me nuts when I'm driving it. So I'm working on that. I've got everything out. One thing I want to caution people on clusters like this, if you take this cluster out, you see that small white wire tube there on the steering column. Be very careful with that, because that's your indicator wire that's for your shifting, reverse, drive, 1, 2, and that. Those break very easily, and if they're broken, it's a job to replace it, and it's kind of expensive too. Like I said, on this here temperature control panel, it's got an air valve in the back of it, and I'm trying to fix that. That video will come out in August sometime, which is next month, I guess. But that led right into something else. Not knowing for sure how to take that temperature control thing out, I took my glove box apart, trying to figure out how the flappers were in there, and I want to show you what I discovered. For some reason, I decided to take the cover off of that, and I see that my heater core's in there, but you can see how that thing's leaking, or has leaked, and I thought, dang, I can't leave it like that. So there's another project I'm working on. So what started out real simple ended into several projects all at once. Goes to show you how simple projects can mushroom into a lot greater project, and that's what I'm working on this week. Like I said, I want to get that temperature thing done. That's a whole different video. I don't know if I'll continue working on the heater coil today, but I'll show you under the hood how that comes out, and hopefully I'll get that in here today, and maybe we can finish that part of this project up. These are the two lines that go into the back end of my heater core, and I just have to loosen those, probably take some of this sealant off, pull those hoses off, and then that core, I'm not sure how it's mounted in there, but I think it's just set in there tight, but we'll pull that out. But before I can loosen these hoses, I have to drain the fluid out of the radiator, at least enough so that it doesn't push out of those hoses, which is right here where they come into this area here, and then this area down here. So I guess that's the first thing I need to do. I think I'm going to save that fluid too, because it's not really that old. Not near as old as me. Looks like it's low anyway, so good thing we're doing this. When I bought this truck down in Alabama a few years back, I went down south to get it because I wanted a rust-free truck, and this one was. I hauled it home, and daggone the engine didn't have any oil pressure, but it ran great. So I did what anybody would do. I pulled the motor out and had Jasper over there on the west side of the state remanufacture me one, and I put it back in along with a rebuilt transmission. It's got a C4 under it. Little carburetor under the hood, which I need to probably replace or do something with. Not that it doesn't run bad, it runs pretty good, but you can see how wobbly that looks and everything else. So this is my old Ford, and if you can't tell by now, pretty proud of the old thing. It's blue, but I have a question I want to ask you, and I've asked it a couple other times, and I'll give you a shot of the sides of it. I used a special cleaner on this side of the hood, and this is just dirty over here yet. You can really see the difference. My question is, should I repaint that thing, or should I just clean it up and leave it original? The paint won't all look like this. There's little dings and dents all around that thing. It was a work truck. As you can see, little dings and dents all through here. This door has been caved in. I popped it out, but it won't stay, and the only way I can get it to stay, I think, is if I apply a little heat to it. If I do that, I'm going to ruin the paint anyway. This side isn't too bad overall. There's just a few dings and dents on it. Like right here's a little ding. I would have to really walk around and mark them all. Tailgate isn't in too bad a shape, but it's had a little abuse too. Like right here in this corner, you can tell it's been hit a little. Doesn't line up there. Tried raising that hinge a little, but the socket and the door itself is off some. This side here has a few more dings in it, like right there. And right in here, somebody scratched that. That thing had a toolbox on it when I got it. Got a little ding right here in the door there, but this door isn't too bad a shape. It's actually pretty good looking. This fender here, for some reason, it just peeled like crazy. And if you look closely, you can tell somebody's repainted this hood at one time. I didn't do that. But we got this right here. My question is, and leave a comment down below if you have an opinion on it, should I repaint this truck? Or should I just leave it the way it is? You might have noticed this interior. I did do some work on it. This seat was plastic. There wasn't carpet on the floorboard. There was some things wrong with that door panel. I got that taken care of. It's dirty, I know, but I use it. Hobnob around town here. But the interior's in pretty good shape. I don't even have to paint the door jambs. I don't, well, maybe I do. It's a little dinged up there. But there's a nice stopping point on them. But that's the interior of the truck. Nothing fancy about it, just an F150. I do have that badge, by the way. Wipers work good. The roof is, well, it's had better days. You can see the paint's wearing off of it. But as far as rust goes, there's none. I had this bed off, And when it was off, I just went and cleaned all the frame up and repainted it under there. All I could reach with without taking the cab off. And it's in good shape, nothing wrong with it. Like I said, this thing runs good. I want to show you something though that's unique about it. This right here is the dealership where it was bought. And this bumper here has its name right on it. Yeah, I know. I don't care if you see my license plate. Look at that, Mississippi. It's where this came from. That's why I took that bumper off and cleaned it up and repainted it, and that's why it looks a little better than some of the rest. And that camera right there, by the way, is a mirror that I bought, made just for this truck, kind of. But it keeps wanting to fall off, so I have to figure out a way to get it mounted up there so it doesn't fall off. Should have painted or not? That's the question. If you could leave me a comment, tell me what you think of my projects and if I should paint this truck or not. I'd probably try to do it myself. I'm not an expert painter, but you saw that Bronco out there that I did if you've been following along. It's about a 20-yarder, maybe a 40. If you know what I mean by that, but it doesn't look bad. The thing with this is I'm getting older. I'm 71 years old, gonna be 72 here in a couple months, and this kind of work's getting harder for me every day, and I'm finding it difficult to get things done and record videos and keep everything going, but I'm doing what I can. And my question to you, again, a second question is, can it be fixed? Sure it can. Can you fix it? You're darn right you can fix it. Until the next one.